What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So today we're back with more RSX content. I kind of put my Lancer turbo build on the back burner. Not that I'm not working on it, but you know, since the car is going to be there at the shop for possibly a few months, as Long slowly works his way on the build, you know, I want to get some parts and make the RSX daily a little bit more fun. So if you guys saw a few videos back, I recently picked up some new wheels and tires. Some Enkei RPF1 wheels with some Nitto NT05 tires, so really sticky 200 thread wear tires. I don't want the fitment to be really weird, so I decided to lower the car as well. Again, it is a budget build, so you know, I wanted to get coilovers, but I decided to cheap out a little bit, get some springs. So they just came in. I got some D2 lowering springs. I know the D2 coilovers are pretty good. Not sure about the springs, but we shall try them out. Hopefully they work pretty good. I was supposed to get a deal on Megan Racing lowering springs, but that didn't happen. I was supposed to get them like brand new for 90 bucks, super cheap. But the seller just didn't get back to me in the end, so it just went with a different set. So yeah, basically we also picked up an exhaust setup, Yonaka exhaust, a few days ago. So in a separate video, I'll be documenting that as well. But I'm just gonna head over to the Long shop right now just to go ahead and lower the car on the springs, and then we'll throw the wheels and tires on. So the fitment should look pretty good. I'm pretty excited to see it. Here's my DC5 RSX. One good look at it before the car changes. So like I said, right now, stock wheels. The stock 16-inch wheels on stock height. We have the D2 lowering springs that just came in. That should drop me about 2 inches front and rear. So I think it should be pretty nice. We also do have my wheels here in the trunk. Let me show you guys, if you guys haven't already seen it from the previous video. Enkei RPF1 wheels on some sticky Nitto NT05 tires. Should look pretty good. Alright, so package is secured. So also can't forget, with aftermarket wheels you need some aftermarket lug nuts. So I brought my set of Modification SR48 lug nuts. So I have 5 different set of lug nuts. So yeah, everything is back there in the hatch. My lug nuts, and I'm just gonna head over to Long shop. And then once we get it installed, we're gonna get alignment done as well, because whenever you lower a car or you put some more aggressive wheels or tires, recommend to get alignment.
A few moments later.
So just got here at the Long shop, and like I said, last time you see the RSX stock like this, he's backing up into the lift right now. Alright, so we have the RSX posted here at the lift, and let me show you guys what we have. So the new Enkei RPF1 wheels with Nitto NT05 tires going on. We have some Modification SR48 lug nuts and some lowering springs from D2 Pro. So RSX is up on the lift. Like I said, the daily is gonna transform after today, looking a little different. Alright, all 4 wheels and tires are off. I'll take off this little sensor. So on each tire I do have this sensor. I'll show you guys later, but basically it tracks how much air is in each tire, so I'm gonna put that on the new wheels. I haven't seen the homies for a minute. He brought the Lexus IS250 over here. Some of you guys might miss this car, but yeah, hopefully we'll be having more plans to it soon in the future. Lip's still holding on good, so that's good. Yeah,
pretty tight.
Nice. So that's the latest thing we've done, the carbon fiber front lip. And then yeah, he's looking possibly getting the exhaust done. Hopefully it might be the next mod. So yeah, pretty cool. And I was showing him inside as well. He hasn't seen the Lancer build yet. He was checking out the RSX build in here. So like I said, RSX wheels, tires, lug nuts, springs going on today. Exhaust will be a separate video. Alright, so we have Long over here speeding through the install, trying to get off the springs first. Just disconnecting everything. So we've done some coilover install. It's similar, but you do need spring compressors to get the springs out. And then for the rears, you gotta disconnect it from the top. So yeah, springs coming off. I'm still gonna use the rear struts. I know some of you guys might be like, why don't spend money on coilovers, or why do you not want to spend money getting, you know, struts? Like I said, this is the budget daily build, so I'm not trying to spend too much for now. So we're inside Ken's IS250 right now. We're gonna head to AutoZone real quick. So while doing the install, Long was checking out some of the parts, and he said that my auto tie rods on the front, they are kind of worn. Again, the Acura RSX is an older car. It's a 2003, so it's pretty cheap, you know, for AutoZone. He said it should cost me like 20 bucks each side. Only the driver's side needs to replace, but might as well just do, you know, both sides, driver and passenger, while I'm at it. Yeah, so let's go pick it up. So just picked up the auto tie rods from AutoZone. Just made it back over here to Long Shop with the parts. And we came back, the whole strut assembly is already out. So if you're replacing a coilover, this is when you put it back on. But yeah, pretty much we're just replacing the springs. So we're gonna reuse the same struts from the factory. And then we're replacing this auto tie rod, which is this guy right here. So this one is still not too bad, but the other side is pretty worn out. Let me show you. So over here you can see it's pretty worn out. Over time, this being an older car, the rubber is pretty worn out. And with the Yonaka Motorsports exhaust here, so stock exhaust. Just gonna take these two out and it should go right on, hopefully. So rear just came off. So we're gonna use this thing to clamp it down. So like I say, you can use spring compressors or some sort of clamp to compress the springs before you take off the top and put in the new spring. Again, if you're doing coilovers, you skip this step because you put up the whole thing. This is where you bolt up the whole strut. So the struts are off, and basically you can just decompress the springs and throw on the new one. So stock versus new springs. Supposed to drop it about 2 inches front and rear.
Right next to the new one.
Oh yeah. So a little comparison. Stock, aftermarket. So you can see a little bit of difference in height. Pretty much everything goes on. It just looks like that. So right now tackling the rear, compressing it, taking off the bolt. Now just gotta get the top part off, put it back on. So right now we have pretty much fronts, rears, everything are on the struts. So what's left to do is slap them on the car and we'll see how they look. Taking off the stock exhaust, stock muffler to compare it to the Yonaka one. And we're over here at Gear Hits Auto Fab, Jerome shop, specialized in tuning as well as Honda stuff. Gonna get a little help with this exhaust, so we do have to turn the flange a little bit because it didn't quite bolt up. So yeah, this is why we're gonna get some help with some welding. Alright, so just got some welding work done. So you can see the two pieces, we welded it together, welded the flange. Just gonna head back to Long Shop to mount the exhaust. So back at Long Shop and mounting the exhaust. Everything seems to bolt up pretty good now with the new flange. You see that part is welded on. Alright, so exhaust is in. This little flange did the job. Looks good. Springs are good as well. And the fronts already have the tires looking pretty good too. Alright, so all 4 wheels and tires are on. Just gonna tighten it, torque down, gonna add these little air temperature sensors. Dropping the RSX for the first time. I'm gonna see how it looks on the springs and new wheels.